you so much to all of you for your love and support. And if you're new to my channel, and if you're watching my videos for a while, and if you haven't subscribed yet, can you subscribe? Thank you. I would really appreciate you if you will somehow, if you're liking my content, if you're watching it, and if you haven't subscribed it, if you will consider, please do. And if you will, it will definitely gonna motivate me and will support my content. Okay, so in today's video I'm gonna share with you my daily routine, what I usually do in a day. As you know, I do have two little kids, and my house gets really messy just like yours. And here, of course, we cannot afford to have helpers or maids or something like that, so we have to do everything on our own. But the good thing is that we have machines for everything, just like we have dishwashers, we have vacuums, we have the laundry machines where we just throw the clothes in, and they automatically wash and dry and everything. But still, it's a lot to tackle, it's a lot to deal with, because it's not an easy job. And being a mother, you definitely will understand my pain. So this is a regular day. I just woke up around 11 in the morning because I was having a little bit headache, and my husband and Zarun, they woke up early. They had their breakfast, but me and Forrest were sleeping, so I woke up around 11. Then I had my regular morning drink, and I just had my shea psyllium pudding. So in the meanwhile it was soaking up, I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and give a quick vacuum, because it gives me really anxiety if my house is messy, dirty, but it's really hard to keep it clean and tidy and organized, tip top 24/7, because the room is really messy, and he creates mess every other second. Like, I just vacuumed, and right after, I would say maybe 10 minutes or so, it was almost the same. So yeah, but still we have to do the things that we supposed to. So I just quickly throw away his toys, because he does not play with his toys. He just likes to somehow mess it around. And I just gave it a quick clean, and I had to wash the cover of the sofa. It was very dirty too, because the Forest, he throws his milk, and Zarun throws the water and all the food, and all his hands full of with chocolate and with the food. He will just try to somehow wipe it with the sofa or the sofa cover. So I just somehow gave it a good clean, and in the meanwhile I had my breakfast ready, and I had that. And you will see Zarun dancing around, because he's just like that. Everything that somehow creates a sound, he loves to dance on. Even if I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking, and even on the pressure cooker whistle, he will just quickly run into the kitchen, and he will start dancing. He loves dancing on everything that has a sound. So he's quite funny, and he was just kept dancing until I finished cleaning, and I just turned off the vacuum. So yeah, he was quite messy, quite dirty, and I was like, okay, I will just give you a quick shower. This is something that is also included in a routine. So he really likes playing with the water as well, so I gave him a quick shower. Faris was sleeping, so I was like, okay, when he will be up, I will give him a shower later. So just to let you know, I still didn't have my breakfast. So it was around, I would say, maybe 1 p.m. I just had my water, but then I was like, okay, I will give you a quick shower first, and then I will have my breakfast. And here we are in the kitchen, and I'm gonna make a quick sandwich for him, an egg sandwich. well, I have to think a lot what to, make for him, because it depends on his mood. So I just quickly made him a sandwich, but still I had to, see on his mood what he's gonna have or whatnot. But still I made and I put in front of him, and after like 10-20 minutes he felt hungry, and then he had it on his own slowly. So I cannot push anything on him, or I cannot force him. If he doesn't want anything, he won't. So here I was just checking his book from his doctor, that when he's supposed to start cleaning his teeth. So usually I take him into to the washroom with me. When I somehow brush my teeth, I somehow show him that how to do it, and then he just try to copy me somehow. That's really cute of him. I will just try to record it someday maybe. And he's really cute when he brushes teeth. Yeah. So I'm just getting really tired in last couple of days, and because of my routines are getting really hectic. The weirdest thing is like what to cook, and I was like, I have to cook every day, then I have to clean the dishes every day, and then it just, I don't know, it's just too much. And I was just asking my husband, we need to sit down and we need to talk about the menu, that what we're gonna have, in the whole week. And I probably would like to, prepare the food during the, actually not during the week, on the weekends. So because he has off, so from the office, so he can hold the kids, and I can somehow prepare the food for the whole week, and we can put it in the fridge, so I don't have to clean the dishes every single day. Instead, I would pay attention to my kids, to their food, to their stuff, because Zaroon is really hard. He's actually getting really hard. Sometimes he's really easy, sometimes he's really hard, so I really want to pay attention to him as much as I can. So he was like, okay, we will sit down and we will talk about the menu. If you do have any suggestions, like what kind of food we should cook, or what kind of food can be quick and easy, please leave a comment below. Please let me know, because I want to make a menu for a whole week. And then I just ask him to move the things around, because I'm the kind of person who gets really boring and tiring of seeing the same kind of decor, same kind of furniture, same kind of stuff every single day. And it's been already 2 years, and I was like, we need a change. If we're not gonna change the furniture, you need to move it around. So he did it for me. So here I quickly baked the sponge for the cake that I posted the pictures on the Instagram, so I thought to share it with you how I made it. What I did, I just whisked the egg whites separately. Zaroon actually damaged, not broke my electric whisker, so it was really hard to somehow whisk the egg whites, but I somehow managed. And here I took the egg yolks, added sugar into it, and I also added half a cup of oil and half a cup of milk together, and I warm it up a little bit, and I added into the batter. So you definitely going to use the same cup that you're gonna have for this milk and oil, and you're gonna measure the flour with the same cup. So I took half of the milk, half oil, and 1 cup, the same cup of all-purpose flour, and 3 tablespoons of cacao powder, and a pinch of salt. And I added baking powder and a baking soda and a vanilla extract, and I mixed it well, and I transferred it to the greased pan. I actually lined it first, and then I greased it around the corners, and I baked it around 180 degrees for like I would say 35 to 40 minutes, or until the wooden skewer came out clean. So here you see the egg whites are not whisked very well. Usually when I whisk, they are like very pretty stiff peaks, but here it was quite runny because the whisker was not working well. So I was like, okay, but it worked. It doesn't matter. The sponge was very soft, very moist. So yeah. So I actually made two sponges because I didn't want to cut it from the middle because I am not very good at that, and I don't have that, the professional tool that they usually use to cut the sponge to get the very perfect layer. So I decided to bake, two medium size sponges, and I will just use that. That's how usually professional bakers do as well. But I was like, okay, this is another way, I'm gonna do it this way. So I made the second sponge with the same way. Okay, so in the meanwhile, I prepared here the lemon chicken. I also shared some pictures on Instagram. So here I took some chicken breast and I made thin fillets, and I added lemon because it's lemon chicken. So of course I took one full lemon, and I added salt, black pepper, red chili powder, oregano, thyme, soy sauce, and chili sauce, and I mixed it everything well, and I wrapped it with a cling wrap, and I kept it in the fridge for around 30 minutes. So seasonings, it's always according to your taste or what you like. I know many people, they don't like oregano or thyme, but I'm kind of loving it lately because I never used it before. It's been a couple of months I'm using it in my cooking, and I'm really loving the taste. Actually, it's really different. It's not the same basic taste of everything curry, but yeah, it's really amazing, and I am actually quite liking it, putting it into everything. So yeah, but these herbs are really strong. It's not like mint or coriander. It's these herbs, thyme, oregano, basil. These are really strong herbs, so you have to watch out how much you're using it. So I would say maybe a half a teaspoon, even less than that. So here I'm mashing some potatoes for Faris because Faris started eating, alhamdulillah. So I just have a boiled potato here, and I added his water, and I just made a kind of puree of it. So yeah, here I'm making some salad while the chicken was resting in the fridge. So I took some radish, some cucumber, some carrots, some salad leaves or iceberg, whatever you call it, and I also took olives. Yeah, and sorry, my throat is really giving me a hard time because it's 2 in the morning. Yeah, it's 2 in the morning, and I'm doing voiceover because my kids are sleeping, my husband is sleeping, and I got some time, and I was like, okay, I need to finish this vlog because it's been a couple of days, and I'm just getting so many clips, and my phone was keep telling me that I don't have enough storage. So I was like, before I will delete everything, it's better I will just compile it up and just upload it. So here I just added everything into the bowl, and next definitely I'm gonna go ahead and cook my chicken. And as you're seeing that the sponge is ready, I just kept it on the stove top to get it cooled down a bit. So once it's gonna be done, I'm gonna make another one. Yeah, it was quite late, so I didn't finish decorating it. I decorated it the next morning because I like to keep my sponge in the fridge before I decorate it, so it can cool down a bit and relax a bit, and it really worked. Actually, you can somehow make these sponges and put into your refrigerator. You can freeze them up to 1 month or so. So if you don't have time, so it's a good idea to make the sponge and keep into the fridge 2 or 3 days ahead of your parties or your whatever is your day. So because it definitely takes a lot of time baking them. That's the hardest thing that I feel on my own, because it takes like 1 hour or so, and I don't feel like giving my time and waiting on it. So although I have to put it in the oven, but still I feel like it's a lot of work. So I made these two sponges a day ahead, and definitely I'm gonna make a day ahead for Zeroon's birthday as well. And actually it tastes really good. I really loved it. Zeroon really loved it because he loves chocolate, and I wasn't expecting it actually, but it was so good. It was so good. But the only change I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add more cream into it, and maybe caramel, a little bit of caramel, or maybe I will add mixed berries puree. So I'm gonna definitely twist it a bit, but I love the texture and everything overall was so good. So yeah, here my chicken is ready, and I added it on my salad, and that's it. And I didn't eat this whole bowl. Me and my husband, we shared, of course, but this is what I'm eating lately, since I'm trying to lose some weight. Yeah, so my days are already really busy, but the coming days are definitely gonna be too much because I have my thoughts all over the place, regarding Faris, regarding Zaroon. And tomorrow we're planning to go to IKEA because I have to buy some stuff for my home and for Faris as well, because I'm gonna buy him the sitting table, or I don't know, whatever you call it, the chair where you can put your kids on and they can eat, because I couldn't manage it with the Zaroon, and Zaroon is really messy now. Okay, so here is the next day, and I'm gonna make the frosting for the cake. And here I took the mascarpone. I didn't like to have the regular whipping cream because I don't like the texture of it. I don't know if it's because of my kitchen's temperature or what. It gets runny after a couple of minutes or so, no matter how good it is whipped. So I have tried different brands as well, but it doesn't work for me. So I like to use buttercream frosting, or the mascarpone, or this cream cheese. This is Philadelphia. So here I used only mascarpone because I thought Philadelphia will be, it will be too much, but I regretted after I should have used that, so it could have very thick and a big layer of cream inside of the sponges, but still it was good. But that's the thing that I decided, that if I'm gonna make another one, I'm definitely gonna use more of the cream. So here I just took the mascarpone, added sugar and a vanilla sugar, and I just whipped it with the hand whisker because it's already whipped, so you don't have to. So here I'm gonna make the ganache, and for ganache I use the dark chocolate and the milk chocolate because the milk chocolate is a little bit sweet than the dark one. So what I did this time, I did not temper it on a double boiler. I actually throw these whole packets in the boiling water without opening them, and within a couple of seconds they were melted to perfection, and I was so glad that I did it. It saved a lot of time, and I didn't have to keep an eye on the ball of tempering chocolate and keep stirring it for a couple of minutes. So this is something that I saw on YouTube. Somebody was doing it, even on a Facebook maybe, or I think on Instagram, I don't remember exactly, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try to this trick, and it worked, and I was so amazed. So yeah, if you wanna melt your chocolate, this is the best way so far. So here I added a whipping cream into it. I did not add it in the beginning and melt it. I added it little by little until I was happy with the consistency. So my ganache is ready and it's perfect. I kept it on the room temperature for a while, so it got thickened a bit. So here I took out the sponges I made. I kept it in the fridge a day before, and now I'm gonna assemble it. So some people like to add only water on the top of the sponges to somehow settle down the crumb. Some people add this sugar syrup. Some people like to have coffee syrup. Some people add milk, so I like to add milk because I don't like to have any extra sugar or anything that has more sugar into it. So it's already sweet in the cake itself. There's sugar, and in the cream itself, so I don't like to have too much sugar. Well, it was made for the Zaroon and for his father, of course, but of course I tried as well, I tasted as well. It's not that I just 100% gave up on sugar. I would say I do try. I can eat this kind of stuff maybe once a while. So yeah, I just added the layer of the cream, and I actually added it into the piping bag because I thought it's easier to somehow apply on top of it. And this is my very first time making this kind of cake, and even using this spatula. I didn't even know how to use it. It was quite funny that the cake was keep slipping and it was somehow a bit difficult for me to manage, and I was not so good at handling. As you can see, it just kept skipping somehow. So I just was not sure how to use this spatula or how to hold it somehow. But I was quite somehow nervous, but it went well. I think if I would use it once or twice more, I will be okay with that. But yeah, here I added a layer of ganache. You can add here Nutella, you can add here hazelnut, peanut butter, caramel, anything that you like. I had this ganache, so I went ahead and I added that. So the original recipe for Ferrero Rocher is that you add Nutella or hazelnut, or you should add hazelnut or Nutella in the buttercream that you make, that I made with the mascarpone. So as I said, I don't like too much of the sugar because of course those spreads also have sugars. So I did not add that. I went ahead and added the ganache. Okay, so I added the second layer of the sponge, and I kept it in the fridge in the freezer actually for the 10 minutes. So it got a bit set and cold, and then I applied the ganache, and look at the ganache. It was so perfect that it was not runny at all. It looked runny when I made, of course, but when you keep it on the room temperature, it gets thickened, and also when you apply it on the freezer cold cake, it gives you a very good consistency. So I just went ahead and I made this pattern with the spatula, and on the side of it I added nuts. It was hazelnuts and peanuts and some walnuts and some almonds. I just quickly crushed them in the chopper. You don't have to make the powder, you have to crush them like this. So you don't have to perfect here with the coat, on the top coat, because I'm going to now add the nuts on the sides of it. So I decided to leave it like this, but then I was like, okay, I do still have this cream left, so what I'm gonna do with that? So I went ahead and I just added on the top of the cake. And I was so happy that because I was trying to make it for so long, because as I mentioned before, that the cakes here are so expensive. If you have kids, like I have two, so I don't know if you people have 2, 3 or 4, of course they cannot afford to have 50-60 euro cake every 2-3 months. It's really costly. So I was like, okay, I will make on my own. I was seeing so many videos and it looked so easy, and I give it a try, and it is very easy, believe me. So here it is all done. If you liked this video and my recipes or the way I make them, do like this video, leave a comment below, share with your friends and family, and if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly subscribe. Thank you so much, and take very good care of yourself and the people around you. I'll see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.